Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And TGIF friends, it's good to see you. All right, so we have our microphone on this morning and we are ready to go. Good morning, everyone. So let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Where have I been? I've been under the weather, so sorry to tell you that. We're in Tennessee right now. As you can see, we're in the cabin. And hi, good morning, Alice. It's good to see you. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. I'm going to come and say good morning to everyone that I could see in the chat. So I've been under the weather. And, last night I just kind of coughed my way through the night. And so I was awake a lot last night. Good morning, Patty. It's good to see you. Good morning. Thank you, Nikki. Don't forget to give us the thumbs up. It helps. And so I'm here to say hello. It's good to see you. And I'm glad that you're here. And I've got some Dr. Pepper Zero this morning. Good morning, Elaine. Got some Dr. Pepper Zero this morning. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to scoot my chair in a little bit. Here we go. There we go. And let's see who I may have missed this morning. Donna. Donna is there. And let's see. I think that's as far back as it's going to go. So I am so glad to see everyone. I'm hoping to get, better every day. It seemed like it was okay. It was a little cold and then it got a little worse. And then, we really didn't even leave the cabin. Tuesday and Wednesday, we didn't leave the cabin at all. And then yesterday we left for a little bit and we went over to see, good morning, Jessica. It's good to see you. We went over to the house just to check on things. And everything looks good. The septic is going in. The yard is dug up all over the place where the septic can go. And let's see, the siding is done on the house. And it's just really exciting. Doran and I took some things to put in the shed for temporary, and then we went and sat on the swing, and until we started getting eaten up by the bugs, so by the flying bugs. That was yesterday evening. So it's been kind of a crazy week, and Monday, my sweet sister-in-law and her husband Tim went back home to Florida. And they have 9 dogs. So it literally took them an hour to get all the harnesses on all 9 dogs. It was quite the ordeal. I was ready to go live on Monday morning. I felt fine on Monday morning. And I had no idea that I was getting sick. I kind of might have had a little niggly idea in the back of my head, but I was trying to ignore it. So yeah. But anyway, bless their heart. They actually, left the cabin at about 11 in the morning. and then, it took them 13 hours to get home, and they hit some terrible traffic. So, but I'm glad that they got safely home. So refreshing on my throat. The nice cold Dr. Pepper Zero. So it has 0 sugar. But so anyway, that's what's been going on this week. And so I'm hoping that, this cough and this cold goes away really fast. It's all up in my throat. It's kind of like a head cold, you know. It has not gone down in my lungs, which is really a good thing. So it's just been, you know, mostly up in my head, and then my throat tickles. So good morning, Naomi. Aloha. It's good to see you. Good to see everyone. So, yeah, so I was ready. Excuse me. I was ready for a Whip Wednesday, and then let's see. And then I got sick, so that did not happen. But do you all remember this blanket? This is quite a large blanket. This is my original scrap yarn blanket. You know, it could be allergies. It really could, Jessica. I'm not sure. I've been taking, you know, some sinus pills and some Alka-Seltzer sinus and, you know, some nose spray for allergies and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. But isn't this blanket pretty? So this is the original scrap yarn blanket that I was making. And so I thought, well, it's been in a container for a while. And I thought, well, while I've got everyone here, I'll just crochet it up a little bit. But I can't find which side is which. So, oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. And so I've been doing, you know, a lot of, well, I've been trying to sleep, but it just seems like, you know, certain times you can sleep and then sometimes you just can't, right? So, let's see. Oh, yeah. So we've got some yarn here, and oh, it looks like I'm coming to the end of it, so that's good. But I'm going to bring this down just a little bit, if I can. Let me loosen this up. There we go. There we go, so that I can crochet with you. And so luckily I had my crochet hook. It's a double strand of yarn, and I'm using a 7mm hook. And so that's what's going on. So tell me, what is going on in your world? I've missed you. I have. I've missed you a lot. Let me see what is going on in your world. Ah, somebody in our group is going to start teaching beginner crochet, and that is so exciting. Good morning, Catherine. It's good to see you. That is good news, Naomi. That is really wonderful. So you're going to be teaching beginner crochet, and how exciting is that? So exciting. So let's see. I think I'm going to do a half double on this row. I don't know what I've been doing on these rows, but I don't think it really matters because it's a scrap yarn, and I was using a couple different stitches. As long as they're straight, like double crochet or single crochet or half double crochet, as long as they're just straight stitches, I think we'll be fine. I'm going to do a half double crochet right now so that I can get through this row. And because I want it to be kind of thick, so I don't really want the double crochet on this blanket. I want it to be nice and thick and warm. And so yeah, that's what we're doing this morning. So tell me what's going on in your world this morning. What's on your hook? Oh, Naomi, you're super excited. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. It's so fun to teach a class to people who want to learn, whether it's, you know, crochet or whatever it is. You know, when you have students that are volunteering their time to come, excuse me. Let's see. Jessica has a question. She wants to make a canopy for a full-size bed. It is a canopy bed, but what yarn would you want to use to make a top to it? What kind of yarn and what size? So, if you want a canopy, you kind of want it to be lacy and light. So you might want to use a cotton 3-weight yarn, or even a 2. Anybody have any suggestions out there for Jessica? Anybody ever made a canopy top for a bed before? I had a canopy bed growing up, and I had, the top. It was not crochet. It was just a sheer, it was very see-through-y, very sheer type of material. So it was very lightweight. You don't want anything too heavy, on your canopy. You want it to be nice and lightweight and just have a nice feel to it. But I would probably say either a 2-weight or a 3-weight cotton yarn would work really well. Even if you wanted to use a 4-weight cotton yarn, if you wanted to buy those big cones of cotton yarn, because you're going to go through a lot to make something like that. Well, maybe not. If you do something lightweight, you might be able to get away with, let's see. So you're using the barber stitch. I am. That's right. I'm using the barber stitch. Oh, Alice is finishing a turtle game today, hopefully. You have 14 students. Naomi, that is so encouraging. Okay, Jessica, it's a metal frame, so that's good. Let's see what everybody else is saying. The barber stitch, yes. You know what I did last night, guys? I couldn't sleep, and so I put on a playlist of my tutorials all about that stitch. And it's the one that has, the picture of my face on there, and then it has the name of it. And I was watching the Elizabeth stitch, and I was like, oh, so that's how you do the Elizabeth stitch. It's been so long that I had forgotten. So, even though I gave a tutorial for that stitch, I had forgotten how to do it. And so I was like, oh, that's a pretty stitch. I forgot all about that stitch. So it's funny that, even when we teach something, if it's a new stitch to us, and if we've, and I made a couple things with the stitch, but I forgot all about it. And so, it's been a while, and this year has been kind of crazy, kind of really a weird year, right? And so I haven't really, paid attention to the stitches and everything, and I haven't done a whole lot of tutorials this year. Speaking of which, I have the new 12 weeks of Crochet Christmas tutorials are coming, and it's starting tomorrow. And it will be every Saturday. A new video will come out. Tomorrow's video is a very simple ornament. It's just, excuse me. It is an original ornament idea that I had. I was thinking about, the pillows that our grandmas used to have when we were growing up. And the reason I was thinking about that is because my mother-in-law had crocheted some pillows, and there's a couple of them here. And so I kind of wanted that feel of that crochet pillow. So I did do a very simple crochet ornament. And it also kind of reminds me of those starlight mints, the shape of them. But so let me show you. Of course, the picture is on the thumbnail for tomorrow's video. So let me show you. And there's different ways of doing the hangers too. I showed, you can crochet a hanger, or you can just use a yarn string, or you can get some jute. Anything that you want to make the hanger for it. But let me show you this. up close. Let's see. Let's see if I can show it to you up close. But this is just a very simple crochet tutorial. And it just reminded me of the pillows that, used to adorn the sofas. And maybe you have a pillow just like that yourself. But anyway, I thought, how cute would these be? They're so simple. So I did one in just the variegated red, white, and green. And so you can see that that just gives a nice little color. They're flat, like a pillow. And the back is just a single crochet. So the front is where you get all the pretty. And so anyway, it's very fast, very simple. You can make up a lot of these in all different kinds of colors. And if you wanted to attach them to your, to a gift or whatever, and it's just a little added bonus. And they're tiny. They're tiny. So, if you did red and green and blue and orange and purple and whatever color you want. Excuse me. So that was just something very simple, very quick, and that's going to be tomorrow's tutorial. Such a simple stitch. And so I don't know really where that idea came from off the top of my head. I picked up my yarn and I said, let me come up with a little bauble for the tree. And this is what I came up with. And so, there's only one little part that's might be a little confusing, but if you've done a front post crochet, and if you've done a treble, then you will have this no problem. So anyway, that's tomorrow's tutorial. And then of course, every Saturday for 12 Saturdays. And it's going to end right before December, I believe it. I don't think it's going to go into December. If it does, it would just be the first Saturday of December, but I think it ends the last day of November. And I do have my calendar, but it's under a whole bunch of stuff over there. So 12 weeks of Crochet Christmas, and I'm really excited about this. This first one was just a little bauble, like I said, just a little dab into doing a tutorial. The tutorial is very simple. It's not elaborate. It's only, it's not a very long time to do the tutorial, obviously, because it's something very simple. So once you get the stitch down, you can just make a lot of those until your heart is full and you don't want any more. So let's see, live chat. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you did see the notice. That's good. Oh, good. It's all about that stitch, right? It's all about that. And when I did that all about that stitch, I was thinking in my head the all about that bass song, and it's all about that stitch on that one. So anyway, oh, good. I'm glad that you saw the notice for it. So tomorrow, oh, thanks. Yes, you can use beads. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. What I thought with these, if you wanted to, you could even put, a little bead in the middle or rhinestone. You could do anything like that. Hey, Sheila, it's good to see you. So right now I'm working on my scrap yarn blanket, and it's rather large, as you can see. And so what I'm doing is just randomly picking 2 strands of yarn, 4 weight, trying to do 4 weight, and just doing a basic stitch, either a single crochet or a half double crochet on a row, and not really paying attention to which stitch goes where. But I'm loving the way the colors are coming out, right? They're just so random and so pretty. And so I really do like this blanket. This was going to be I thought about making it into like a king size blanket, but we're not going to have a king bed in our new home anymore. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a good blanket, or a good blanket to serve as a, as a bedspread on our guest room bed. And so this week, my sweet sister-in-law surprised me, and I think she had told me before, but my memory is just not that great right now. And oh, thank you. Let's see, for Canopy, what about a light sheet with a border? That would be so pretty, Nikki. Oh, you are thinking. What a great idea. Excuse me. So, Jessica, Nikki has suggested, what if you get a very lightweight sheet in whatever colorway you're looking for? If you want it to be vintage, you could do, an off-white or whatever color you're looking at, and then do a really nice crochet border for around it. So the top would be the lightweight sheet, and you would obviously cut off any of the edging that makes it look like a sheet, and then you would crochet a really pretty lacy edging. That would be really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. So yeah, so I just thought I would work on this blanket for a little bit because I'm at the table, and it really is, this blanket is so heavy and so warm that I need to have it at a at a table. And see, here's the end of that yarn. So as soon as I get to the end of this yarn, I will tie on another color and then just keep going. And I have this much left of this color, and this one is kind of a tan and a blue. So when that goes, then I will just tie on another color there too. So let's see, I've got some more colors that are just kind of tangling up with that. Excuse me. My goodness. So yes, so that's what's happening here. I really do love the colors as they're flowing along. They're just really, really pretty. And so I think this will be really nice on our guest room bed. It's going to be a one of a kind, right? So let's see. It's got lights on it, black curtains around the sides to close, but Walmart didn't have any more sheer curtains. Oh, I see. Thank you, Nikki. You love the color flow. Thank you. So guys, if anybody has any suggestions for that, it sounds like it's kind of has like a black theme going with the curtains and whatnot. So, that sounds really mysterious, doesn't it? It sounds really mysterious. So that would surely, okay, so here I am at the end of this one. So I'm going to find another color. All right. I don't know. Excuse me. Let's see. I think I might use a red. I haven't used a red for a while. So I think I'm going to use a red. So what I'm going to do is, let me do this and I'll bring this up so I can show you what I'm doing. And this is just a magic knot. So, but I'm going to do it in the air and perform magic in the air. So I have a tutorial for the magic knot. If you need to see one up close and you need instructions, just go to my tutorials and find the magic knot tutorial. It is really easy to follow, and hopefully I help you make sense of the design on it. So yeah, so there we go. And then I'm just going to pull this and then give it a little tug. And then I'm going to do a little snip and do a little snip. And there we go. There we go. So now I can continue. And what will happen is it will just flow right through. I know it looks a little lumpy, but that's because I don't cut them as close as some people do. I just get a little nervous about that. I don't want to get into the, the actual knot part. So here we go. This is going to be really interesting because it's pretty bright. But there are parts of this blanket that are pretty bright. And I haven't used red in a while. I think I used some red in the beginning. So I'll use some red. And we'll just keep it going. And so, yeah, you can see how that is going to work up really nice. So I'm really excited for you. There's a lot of things going on. I know that there's some holiday shows coming up. I know that some of you have Halloween shows coming up. Some of you have Christmas shows coming up. And that's really exciting. And these shows where you sell items. Alice is working on her turtle game, which is really exciting. She did finish her frog game, which once we get that going, I can do a tutorial on that once it's all written out and everything. And so that will be fun. And I can't wait to share that with you. There's a couple other things that are going to go in the lineup for the 12 weeks of Crochet Christmas. Tomorrow is just a soft start. It's just the easiest little bauble. But there are more intricate designs that are coming up. We have some amigurumi type things coming up. We have some blankets. We have, let's see if I can think. I'm trying to think of what you can call it. Anyway, excuse me, we have some really interesting crochet items coming up. So keep your eyes peeled for the 12 weeks of Crochet Christmas, and hopefully these next 12 weeks will go nice and smooth, and we'll have some really good tutorials under our belt. You know, for a year where I have not made one tutorial this year that I can remember. Have I? I don't think so. Because at the end of last year, at the beginning of this year, there was a lot of, there was illness in my family. And things just kind of, they were just really crazy. So I never really wrapped my mind around doing a tutorial this whole year. So the end of this year, I'm going to be ending strong. There's not going to be any washcloths, Nikki. You're funny. You're so cute. No washcloths. Although, if you really want one, you know I can throw one in. I do love a good washcloth, right? Those are some of the favorite things for me to make. And in fact, when I did a lot of those All About That Stitch tutorials, I made them into washcloths because they were easy. Hey, Connie, it's good to see you. Oh, you and Buddy are sending your love. You know, Connie, I'm still not 100%, but I'm plugging through. How are you feeling today? And you know, Connie is the new mama for my buddy Kitty, and I tell you what, I could not have asked for. Oh, you're doing better. Good. I could not have asked for a more loving, sweet person to take my buddy. She literally messages me every day to tell me what Buddy is up to. And, oh, Buddy was quite talkative this morning. Was he meowing at you? Yes, and you could turn them into a stitch sampler blanket, that's for sure. And that would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? To do those all about that stitch and then just turn them into a stitch sampler blanket. The issue with that is that you have to kind of get them to come out to the same size. And, oh, his automatic feeder needed more water added. Well, Connie, you're slipping on the job, and he told you about it, didn't he? Did he give you the pink slip? As long as he didn't give you the pink slip, then you're okay. That is funny. He said, I need some water, Mama. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. So yeah, this, and the good thing about doing this scrap yarn blanket is that you can use 2 strands of any color yarn. If it turns out that you're not a fan of that colorway, don't worry about it, because very soon you'll be done with that colorway and it will just be a little hint of something, something, that used to be. So even if you don't like it by itself, just tied in with all the other colors, it's going to look fine. So don't even worry about it. I think sometimes giving it too much thought as far as the colorways for the scrap yarn blanket, giving it a little too much thought and trying to control it kind of takes the joy away from you, because once you get started crocheting with 2 different strands of colors, you just can't even imagine what it's going to look like and how it's going to flow with the next color choices and the next color choices and all of that. So just let it go and let it be part of the big picture, right? That's one way to think about it. And I guarantee that, whoever, if you're giving this as a gift, whoever is the recipient of this lovely blanket is never going to see another one quite like it again. And so it truly is a one of a kind, which is really exciting, really exciting. I think I'm going to make some pillow shams to go with it too. I think I'm going to do that. So I might have to do a tutorial on that, huh? I think I will. Oh yeah, that's right. We have a pillow coming up. We have some kitchen items coming up. No dishcloths, but we do have some kitchen items coming up in the 12 weeks of Crochet Christmas. So, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Well, gang, I'm going to let you go if you don't mind. It's been a half hour, and I'm really kind of tired, and I'm still feeling a little run down. I am going to crochet a little bit, maybe to the end, and then I'll say goodbye to you. But I am feeling a little run down, and my throat keeps tickling, and so I keep feeling like I have to cough, and I don't want to cough at you. That's not right. And so I'm going to crochet to the end, and we'll keep chatting. If you have anything you want to tell me, real quick, tell me again. Oh, thank you, Connie. Thank you. Bud, where's my Bud? Hi, Bud. It's my boy. Where's my boy? Where's my boy? He's my boy. Connie just told me to talk to Buddy, so that's what that was. Me talking to my Bud. Hey, Bud. That's my boy. Are you a good boy? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh, my goodness. That takes a lot out of you. Oh, he already jumped down and he's with his daddy. Oh. And you won't say one more row, Nikki, right? Nikki, I can't wait to find out. Oh, no, it was Jessica. I can't wait to find out what you're going to do with that canopy. That sounds so exciting. It just sounds so exciting. So we're waiting on we're I'm so sorry. We're waiting on word. Yes, I've been using nose spray and allergy medicine. I have, Jessica, and I think that's the only thing that's keeping it from really going deep, you know. So we're waiting on confirmation from someone here, well, someone in North Carolina, to see if we need to stay for a little bit more. So we're not sure how much longer we're going to be here in Tennessee. Eventually, obviously, we're going to be going back to Florida. I haven't heard yet what the plans are, but anyway, I just want to feel better. You know how that works, right? You just want to feel better. So I'm looking forward to feeling better. And let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. Two. I'm going to turn and start going on this side just a little bit so that I can see what this is going to look like. See what this is going to look like with more than one. Now that is really interesting because that makes this, oh, huh. How did that happen? Oh, you know what? This yarn went to a blue, and I'm thinking, how in the world did that go to a blue? But it was kind of a tan color and blue color, but it went to a solid blue, which kind of looks like a gray when mixed with this red. So it's really interesting. And it's giving it a really different hue. So I really do like the greens and the purples and all of that. So I probably will move on to something like that. But I'm holding this up so that you can see the crochet pattern. But do you see like here where, I don't know if you can see where it almost looks white, but it's a tan. And now this one is just a blue. So anyway, that's 2 rows of that color. And if you can see below, there's 2 rows of that color, 2 rows of that, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of this one, 2 of this one. And so, oh, and look, I'm wonky. Look at me. I'm so wonky right here. Look at that. Can you see that? And you know what? I don't care. I don't care that I'm wonky. Here's the thing. When I do my border, I'm going to unwonkify this. You know how I'm going to do it? Well, if there's a dip, like right here, I'm going to do double crochet. When I get up here, I'm going to do single crochet. And eventually it's going to, you know, even out. So this isn't even something that I can do a tutorial on. I'm just going to fix my sides and make my sides even somehow as I'm making the border. And I'm just going to do a circular border around it and around it. So I'm going to make it work. And, you know, this is a scrap yarn blanket, so it's going to be fine. So listen, if you're making a scrap yarn anything, don't stress over it. Make it how you make it. Let it be a scrap yarn. Let it be whatever it wants to be. If it wants to be wonky, well, just, you know, let it be wonky, but then go ahead and fix it, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go rest a little bit. So I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everyone. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.